Hey guys, welcome to Chase After the Right Price. I'm going to do a little bit of thrifting today. Actually just went to a pawn shop and got a really good deal, so decided, hey, let's hit some more shops, make a video, have a good time. So let's do this thing.
Chase after the right price.
Take it easy. So the fellas at my local pawn shop hooked me up again. Love going into this place. It definitely pays to make connections. And the strategy behind that for me, first time I go to a shop, I feel it out. I get a couple things that, like, if I can get the price down, it'll be a good deal or profitable if I'm going to sell it. And for them, it took a little bit because all their prices are marked really high. But once I got the ball rolling, bought a couple things with cash, and kind of got my foot in the door, they started making much better deals. And now every time I go in there, they're like, hey, we'll hook you up, man. And I actually learned today that they found my YouTube channel. So, hey guys, if you're watching, appreciate the deals. So they hooked me up with this Spider-Man Minty Fresh. It's the PS4 Collector's Edition. This thing is beautiful. Got a statue, the Steelbook game. I wanted this when it came out, but it was just too expensive. It was marked at 60, which is decent. And they hooked me up at 45 bucks out the door. 45 bucks cash. Love it. And it is just like minty fresh. I might show that in greater detail when I get home. And then I saw these sitting way up on top. They've been there for a long time. And I decided that I would just go for it. And I said, if you can do 10 bucks a piece on the Public Enemies, I'll buy them. They were marked higher than that for sure. I don't know if you can see that. And they did it. 10 bucks a piece. Out the door, we got Chuck D and Flavor Flav. So 20 bucks for the pair. Got a Snoop Dogg. This is a Vital Toys figure, marked at 50. Got it for 20. Out the door, I offered 20. He said he could do 25, and I just said, nah, I think I'll pass. And he said, all right, for you, I'll do 20. So, gotta love it. I think used it's worth 40 to 50, new 60 to 70. This one I'd say is new with box wear, and that'll be in eBay so people can see the pictures and decide for themselves. And I'm gonna get this stuff off my lap and then show you guys what I got for the video games, the best part. This next deal is gonna be hard to believe. I'll start out with the one that's a little easier to believe but still a great deal. Castlevania Lords of Shadow 3DS, marked at 15, paid 5. And that one I actually threw in with the Spider-Man collectors because he was saying 45 on Spider-Man. I said, well, how about 50 with this game bundle? I put together a stack of games right there. I paid 20 bucks. And you're going to see that that was amazing. So, put together some Atari 7800 games. I recently realized that, you know, decent Atari 7800 games and a lot, you can get about 5 bucks a piece. So I got 6 of them. Centipede, Donkey Kong, Ball Blazer, Asteroids, Miss Pac-Man, and Joust. And they've been there forever, and they didn't have a price. So I said, if you can do a buck a piece, I'll take those off your hands. And they said, yep. And then saw the rest of my stack of games and said, I'll do 20 for the stack. And I said, yep. I said, okay, because look at what we got here. Sega CD, backup RAM card. That boy is rare and valuable. And it was marked at 60 bucks. So somebody in the store knew, but this guy must have not. Another very rare Sega game. Unfortunately, it had a sticker on the label which got torn, but it was marked at 80 bucks. And Sagaya, it is Sagaya. If that was complete, that's like a very expensive game. In this condition, it's not. I mean, it's probably gonna recoup the 20 bucks at least. So that's amazing. This I didn't even remember throwing in, but apparently I got Link's crossbow training. I don't remember getting that one, but whatever, it was thrown in. Animal Crossing. The disc is scratched up, so this one I knew I had to get cheap. It was marked at 5 bucks. That was probably one of the better marked deals. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is complete and in good shape. That was marked at 5. Dynasty Warriors 8 wasn't marked, but it's complete and in good shape. Well, the case has a crack. I always keep a back stock of good cases. Pro tip, if you buy bundles of like crappy games, but the cases are in really good shape, just keep them and then swap out the cases when you get good games that need a better case. Just switch the cover arts and everything. That way you can have a mint-condition game. And then usually trade-in stores still take the ones that don't have good cases because they don't really care as much. Lost Odyssey is complete. The discs are going to need resurfacing. That was marked at 5, so that was pretty good. Monster Jam Path of Destruction. It's pretty uncommon. Well, at least it's a somewhat valuable game on the 360. Disc only. It was marked at 4, and the disc is actually in good shape. And then I just needed a Connect Adventures to complete a Connect for the 360. So all those games, 20 bucks, including these two. Gotta love it. That officially makes it a great day. Well, I just scored from Salvation Army 2. It is a good day for thrifting. So, untested iPod Nano, 3 bucks, 8 gigabyte blue. I'll take it. $3, or actually it was $1.50, half off green for Time Crisis Zone. Got Battle for Middle Earth PC, all 4 discs for 3 bucks. Got the Connect 360, which I can actually complete with that game I just got. They say parts only. I think it's just because they didn't have chargers and they couldn't test them. DS Lite, good hinges. I'm hoping they work. And 3DS for 5 bucks each. I mean, even if they don't work, I'll make money for parts. 250 gigabyte 360 hard drive for 5 bucks. Got the Sony Watchman. It's not new. It's kind of opened, but I don't think it's ever been used. So it's like the package came open. It was 8 bucks. Probably worth 25 in that condition. Minolta X370. This one I really debated because it was 30 bucks and I didn't really have a way to test it. But that's a good film camera, and it's got the Minolta 50mm lens, and it looks in decent shape. And then this entire Wii accessories bag was marked 10, but it was half off. It's got 2 Wii remotes, Motion Plus, regular. It's got a nunchuck, some foot leg extensions for the Wii board, and then a Mario Kart wheel. So for 5 bucks, I will take it. So I just went to Ollie's Bargain Outlet. I had 15% off, and I get tax exempt since they're for resale. So these came to $8.50. They're selling after fees and everything for about $16. So I got 2 of those. This one was selling for like $12 or $13 after fees. It came to like $3 and something. This one rang up for $5.99. It's selling for about $19 after fees. So I paid about $5.40 for that one. And then I got 22 of these, $6.99. So they rang up for closer to $6. And they're selling for like, oh, I feel like it was like 16 or 17, so about $10 profit per, and there's 22 of them. So nice little scores. So the last stop of the day, I got the best Guitar Hero to get, at least the quickest selling for good money. It's Xbox 360, which means it's wireless and doesn't need a dongle. The neck is like detachable, which is very nice for shipping. The way I'll do this, I'll send it to FBA, saran wrap, stretch wrap, the neck, along with Guitar Hero 3, which I also bought for $309 for the game, $309 for the guitar, and should sell for about $100 to $150, which is crazy awesome because you can find these guitars a lot. It's the black Les Paul. Just sent off like 3 of them last week. Things you look for: 1, battery cover with no corrosion. So there's no battery corrosion. Sometimes I'll even risk it as long as there's no rust. Whammy bar needs to be pretty firm when you push it down. Sometimes if they're broken, it'll just kind of not have any hold to it. And then the guitar strap, which this one does not have, but I do have a bunch of extras because these work, I don't know, maybe 70% of the time. So every time I get one that doesn't work, I just keep the guitar strap and move on with life. So yeah, it's like $6 and should walk out with at least $100 profit on it. Amazing stuff. So one question that I've gotten a good bit in the last week or so is, what am I doing about the Amazon restricting Nintendo brand email? So Amazon sent out an email and said, you know, the brand of Nintendo is going to be restricted from this point on. This was on Halloween that they sent it, and that sucks. But right now, my account is, it seems like it got auto-approved. I've been selling Nintendo products for years with great feedback. I mean, you can look at my account. The feedback is fantastic. And there would be no reason to gate my account from selling Nintendo. And some of you guys' accounts are the same way. I've got a couple people that it seems like they also got auto-approved and they've been selling Nintendo products for a little bit. I get it for Amazon to gate certain brands from new sellers, from people that don't have any good feedback, because there are a lot of counterfeit games. There's a lot of new sellers that are going to come in, try to make a quick buck, and then get out and scam some people. So I get why they do it. Hopefully this auto-approve thing isn't just a glitch, and like my account and the couple others that I've talked to are good to go, because you know, I don't sell fake games ever. I know the difference between authentic and fake, and you know, I'm always going to sell games that are working and authentic, and I'm going to try to accurately describe the condition and everything, and that's why the feedback on my account is good, and just what I try to do. But if my account gets Nintendo brand off of it, that would hurt my FBA business for sure. I have about 1,000 items in inventory, and around 200 of those are Nintendo items. I know this because I did get restricted for a second, and all of my listings switched to inactive, and I was thinking I was going to have to get them all sent back to me. But then it seems like they auto-approved my account. So, but if I were to do that, I would just, you know, eBay would have more items. I would have to probably reduce the amount I pay for certain things. I'm usually able to get a lot more on Amazon for systems like Nintendos, Nintendo Wii's, GameCubes, all that stuff. And I just have to go over to eBay, and get that bigger. So what about you guys? What are you doing? I've talked to at least one person who Nintendo is still restricted for them where it wasn't before, so it seems like they didn't get auto-approved. So I've heard both sides of the coin, and the knee-jerk reaction for most people is to say, I'm done with FBA, I'm going all eBay, or I'm just doing something else. For me, I am diversifying because I see that Amazon is kind of going this route. They might do it with Sony, they might do it with other brands, and I got to be ready for that because this is my full-time income. So that's why I've stepped up eBay to be about 20 to 25% of my sales, and Amazon to be 80 or 75 to 80%, because it used to be more of like a 90-10, 95-5 split. So what are you doing to answer for this? Hopefully most of you guys are just auto-approved or grandfathered in, and you don't really have to worry too much about it. But for those that aren't, what I would recommend is just get everything sent back, put it on eBay, grow that eBay business. They're not going to restrict any brands. That's not the way that they roll. There's plenty of listings on eBay for games that aren't authentic and games that are reproductions, and I don't like that stuff, but it's out there. eBay's fine with it as long as you advertise it as such. So what are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. So here's everything I got for the day, all spread out. So the stuff from Ollie's definitely takes up the most space because it was a lot of quantity. But man, it was a great Salvation Army trip with the 3DSs, the iPod, the Kinect, some of the games, the Watchmen, the camera, and then the pawn shop trip, of course, was incredible. The whole stack of games for $20, including the Sega CD backup and the rare Genesis game there. The Spider-Man collectors for $45. Snoop Dogg toys, a couple of Public Enemy toys. Guitar Hero 3, love finding that. The Wii accessories for $5, 2 Wii remotes, nunchuck, and a Mario Kart wheel. Definitely made for a great day at thrift stores and pawn shops. That's going to be it for today. Thank you guys for watching Chase After the Right Price. Come along with me for some thrifting. 'Tis the season for thrifting, and this was a great way to start the thrifting season. So I'm going to be doing a lot more thrifting videos, I think, coming up. So you can expect, like, every Friday at 9:30 Eastern Time, a thrifting video, most likely. But I'm going to keep doing selling videos. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that bell, and there'll be videos every Friday and sometimes more. So thank you guys for coming along for the ride. We will see you next time, and I'm going to go pick up some pizza for me and Lissa Lou. See ya.